say in the SEAL teams that if you have to eat a turd sandwich, you never have to eat it alone. So that's always encouraging.
That's good. That is really good. I like that. Okay. So, one in how many people end up making it through and becoming a Navy SEAL?
Well, in my class, I remember we started with just under 200 guys. And then at the end of Hell Week, we had about 32. Then when you move on to the next phase, second phase, which is diving, they'll bring in some other guys who made it through Hell Week in the class prior, but they had some major injuries. So they'll kind of hold them back, wait for their injuries to recover, and then send them into your class. So we finish Hell Week with 32, and we get another dozen guys from the class prior, and then you'll kind of go on from there. But I didn't have an easy time in second phase either. The Lord had another extra little thing for us and my class in particular. We went through Hell Week in late fall, and then we went to dive phase in the beginning of December. The first 2 weeks are kind of nice. You kind of like sit in a classroom. You have to learn a lot about dive physics. Super boring, but it does help you recover a lot. And then you get a Christmas break. And then we came back in the first week of January to start all the pool phase. So now we're going to put on our scuba gear and get in the pool and learn all these different things. And little known to us, in the beginning of December, while we were going through all the physics classes, the heaters in the pool broke. So it is this San Diego, but nevertheless, it's still wintertime and it's still cold. So by the time we got into pool week, the first week of January, the pool was down in the 60s. And while you're expected in diving, when you're out diving in the ocean, to wear a wetsuit, the instructors are like, you're not wearing wetsuits for pool phase. No one ever wears wetsuits for pool phase. So I came out of the water looking green. All of us were so incredibly cold because you have these complex things to think about underwater. They make sure that things go wrong for you underwater with your air. So you've got to think about, what are my procedures? Oh my goodness, I can't breathe. And I am freezing, literally freezing cold, jackhammering the entire time. So that was an extra little bonus that the Lord gave me in my class.
Wow. Wow. He
Oh,
toughened
full
you up.
benefit. I got the full benefit of training that way.
He made sure to toughen you up. So here you've done probably back during the vaccine mandate around 19 or 19 and a half years. The vaccine mandate is announced. What's going through your mind?
Well, I kind of could see it coming. I mean, we knew that there was a lot of coercion and manipulation to just get guys vaccinated before the mandate. So what they started doing was like, oh, you can't come to work, or you can't go on these training trips if you don't go volunteer to go get the vaccine. And by then it was kind of nice. The Lord had moved us down to Hawaii, and I'm like, oh, you mean I'm not going to travel away from my family after 19 years of serving my country and doing all of these training trips? Instead, I get to live in Hawaii with my 4 homeschool kids and go surf a lot. You just incentivize me not to get it. But I did know that there was going to be a mandate coming and a reckoning of sorts. So I had a lot of angst inside with like, man, I remember back when I went to the recruiter all those years ago, and he told me about my oath of service. You know, when you raise your right hand and say, I, Drew Forsberg, swear to support and defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and to obey the orders of the officers appointed over me and the President of the United States. And I was thinking, man, I remember back then, even as a 20-year-old kid, like, so does that mean like all orders? And the recruiter was like, no, man, it means all lawful orders. You probably don't have to worry about that, but nevertheless, you do need to know what a lawful order is. And so I was really looking at, all right, what are the holes in this? When they tell me to go get this COVID vaccine, is this going to be a lawful order? And I could see the writing on the wall that no, it wasn't. I'm not sure how much of the drama and the story that most people know, but Pfizer, when it was approved as FDA and now they could mandate it, there wasn't the Pfizer. Pfizer put out a BioNTech that was not approved, and then they put out this thing called Comirnaty, which was approved.